Cam.
Joe.
And we are HawksNestGaming. We're coming at you with a discussion video tonight. We just want to kind of break down. There's been a lot of hype about the Megatins coming out here in a few weeks, and we just kind of want to dive into just a few things that we feel like are important to note, and the impact that it's going to have on the market, and the impact that it's going to have on the accessibility to these cards. Everybody knows 10 season is the best time of the year. It's like Christmas come early for you Yu-Gi-Oh players.
This is like sorry to jump in, but this is like a mega Christmas though. Like this is literally everything about, like, this is the culmination of the tins, right? They've been building that tablet. Well, everything in those old tins, boom, it's here. You got your Dragoon, you got your crossout designator. Like it's impressive.
It's a full-on reprint set. Not only do we have the sets from the previous year like normal, we have all of the exclusives from the last 3 years included into this tin. So it's a lot to digest. We're gonna kind of dive in and just give our highlights for what we think are the key pivotal things of this tin.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the craziest things is, a lot of people were discussing which cards might actually make it. Pot of Prosperity was one of the hot button ones. Like, would it make it? Boom, it's in there. Like, they really didn't try and pull stuff from, keep it for other future sets. Like,
man, I was in the camp of they're gonna use it to sell something else.
I was too. When I saw today, that was there. Someone pulled it. It's in. Boom. It was beautiful.
And immediately the price of went from like $130 to like $60.
And what's interesting, people are talking is, like, historically certain reprints, right? Like if it wouldn't pass like a $30 threshold. This is like a 3 of cards sometimes in certain decks, so it'll be curious to see how that price point is. If it's going to break history.
It's going to go back up. So if you want to go ahead and get a hold of your Prosperities, pre-order them now, or buy the original copies for like $60 a piece. Because I'm telling you, there are how many Prismatics? 34.
Yes, 34.
There are 34 prismatic rares in this set.
And if you were to get a case, you get 36 in a case. Yes. So you're averaging
3 per 10, right? 12 tins in a case.
Yeah.
Or 10 tins. Yeah, 12 tins in a case. So, guys, the likelihood of you pulling a Prosperity from a 10 is not that high.
No,
okay?
no.
So my point is yes, it got announced. Yes, the market's going to drop on it because of the influx of product, but that's going to go away pretty quick.
But obviously, that's one of the big highlights. I mean, hitting some other quick stuff. Ghost Girls, boom, they're in there, beautiful.
All of them.
Like
all the Ghost Girls. We're talking Mourner, we're talking Spooky Dogwood, we're talking Ghost Ogre. Rares and Prismatics, they're all in there. All of those staple hand traps they're going to be there for you. Also, Lightning Storm.
I was about to jump to that. Lightning Storm's in there. Forbidden Droplet.
Shocking.
Like it's just good one.
Yeah, to get the Lightning Storm.
But Forbidden
Droplet,
Droplet,
right? Droplet.
I know. And this isn't the new Runic Droplet. No, this is actual Droplet.
I know. We just got the reprint in the Legendary Duelist, but this is a big one. How many are we gonna see? I don't know. It may end up being more than the original. Who knows?
Other cool stuff that they threw in is like the historical cards, like Link into the Brains and GX cards, like some of the cool, just extra fun stuff.
They threw some protagonist cards in there to really kind of bolster the set off. Because it is kind of, like you said, it's the completing of the tablet, and it's cool.
And then you got your, they have the Blue Eyes and the Red Eyes artworks that were the first time they appeared in the manga. Same thing with the Dark Magician Girl. Obviously, those people were talking about maybe a short print and or just an additional collector thing.
If you get those, hold on to them.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, don't let them go unless you want to sell them to HawksNestGaming.
We'll take
them. But so as far as Prismatic goes, I mean, DPE, Red Eyes, these other really big cards, and then you have the other reprints from the last year. I think a lot of that's getting overshadowed by some of the bigger highlights, but one card that I know you were looking for was Diviner.
Oh yeah.
Right? That's getting reprinted.
That's nice.
There's so many cards that are coming out in this set.
Well, what's nice is those are cards that for certain strategies like make a difference, right? Like Diviner, if you're trying to make Drytron, you're gonna want something like that, right? Like if you're trying to build like agents, stuff like that, like it's just nice to have some certain cards like that. But obviously the biggest one is Pot of Prosperity, because that was such a gateway to certain decks Like, it makes such a difference. Like, if you're gonna play something like Dynamorphia, you're playing 3 of certain cards in the extra deck, and it just helps that deck like get to the things it needs to. And,
at the end of the day, I've played several decks that could run either Prosperity or Extravagance, and I'm like, well, Extravagance you get 2 now. You only just 1, sure, whatever. No, the ability to excavate 6 and pick what you need at that moment. I mean, it's unparalleled. And you get to pick the discards, the banishes rather. So
I've sat there playing a back row deck and watched the 6th card be a Lightning Storm and say, and I don't have the judgment, so how am I going to stop him?
And if that was an Extravagance, they just draw the first 2 cards of that pool, and good luck, see you later.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's one of those things that ultimately, as we've play tested, as we've seen, and as I've experienced, Prosperity is just a superior card.
This is going to end up big. Megatin discussion, really? Prosperity? No. The other thing that's really cool though is Cross-Out Designator. I don't know if you threw that out.
Oh yeah, it's a Prismatic instead
That's
of
in
the
there.
Ultra. So, and again, that goes along with the reprint theme. So, before we had, is there any other Prismatics we really need to hit on?
I don't really think, honestly. Really, some of the smaller, like some of the archetypal stuff, Flunderies, they got their stuff
Map
in there.
got a reprint as a Prismatic. Armed Dragon Thunder level 7 went from an Ultra to a Prismatic. You know how they typically do the rarity upgrades for previous sets. They followed suit with that a lot.
Drytron Fafnir is
Mubita Fafnir. Yeah, Mubita Fafnir is going to be a Prismatic because he was just an Ultra before. So I mean, there's a lot of cool things that they're doing with this. So not only is it reprints from the tins and the other promotional items that we're talking about, it's also from the previous set. So obviously anything that you are chasing is going to be in there. So moving on to the ultra rares, one of the cool things that they've done with the ultra rares is they took the promotional cards from the 2019 tins, being Nibiru, Dimension Shifter, and what's the other one?
Dark Ruler.
Oh yeah, that card.
Which is really prevalent.
Is that seeing you play
it's,
right now?
Yeah, super important. Like,
that's an ultra rare now, and honestly, they look dope as ultras.
Oh, they're good. And I mean, some of those have been printed. So like, you know, Nibiru's been a gold, and then what was
Dark Rulers in the structure.
Yeah, it was a comic. So they have other prints, but it's just nice to have this because I mean, there's not that many of them, and they're very relevant cards. Ever since they've come out, they've had their formats, and honestly, stick around anyway. I mean, people were playing maybe more Droplet, but Dark Ruler is seeing its time right now, so it's nice to have it in there.
In a combo-heavy format, Dark Ruler is definitely going to reign supreme.
Dude, even as a hero player who wants to be able to kill you, I'm probably going to be playing Dark Ruler no more because, like, it's just, I can still try and build a board, you know, but anyway, that's my problem. But
as a mathematic player, I don't play Dark Ruler. I get rid of 10 eruptions usually.
You got other shenanigans.
It's like a circular. Best card. Best deck. Anyway, alright. Other ultras that are of note. What are they?
I mean, the Prismatics are so...
There's 34 Prismatics! I think we said that already. But, so as far as the ultra rare goes, I know that, like I said, Nib, Dimension Sifter, and, I mean, the 3 promo cards got hit. Oh, the Egyptian God support.
Yeah.
So Obelisk, Ra, and Slifer all got support cards. One of them was a trap, one of them was a spell. I think the other two, there's 1 trap and 2 spells. But, dude, the Slifer one's actually pretty gross. It's a trap card, and you activate the trap card. Everybody draws cards until they have 6 cards in their hand. Slifer gains 1,000 attack points for every card in their hand, right? So everybody draws until they have 6 cards in their hand. Then you reveal. Then if you have a divine beast in your graveyard, you get a special summon a monster or some crap. It's pretty crazy.
That sounds ridiculous.
And then you can banish it and draw a card. And you can use each effect once per turn. Anyway, so there's some really cool nostalgic support in this too, which they usually do in most of the tins. So I don't know. That's really cool. I can't think of any other really like standout ultra rares. Most of the stuff that you're gonna see as ultra rare is gonna be. There was a couple of new They had like 7 or 8 new cards that were listed as ultra rares and prismatic rares that they're introducing into the tins. And most of them are going to be protagonist cards and Egyptian god cards. It's just complementing this whole tablet thing they're going with.
Yeah.
And then of course you got the ultra rares that are just reprints from the previous sets of this season. Most of the time they're rarity downgrades or rarity upgrades. The super rares, not really that great. I mean, it's Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, Ghost Mourner Amendment, Chill. What's the other ghost called? It's not that good. Root.
Yeah,
Root.
Underwear or whatever.
Yeah. I think all those are super rares, and then Bell, Ash, and Ogre are all prismatics.
Deserving.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. That's exactly what we need. We needed another Ash reprint, and it's okay. It'll go down to like $10 a copy, and then.
What's funny is I think they're talking about that. Isn't there a structure coming out that I think is also maybe going to have Ash? I think they said it's going to be in there too, but that's okay because Ash will retain its value.
It doesn't matter. Ash is going to be a $20 to $30 card no matter what.
It's just not good.
Why? Because everybody needs a dang playset of Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. Yeah, I mean that's really it. Long story short, guys. Everybody loves Megatin season.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Get yours while you can. They're like, I think the MSRP went up to $21 or $22 a piece this year. But I mean, whatever. Look, you get 3 packs, 3 mega packs. That means you get 3 prismatics in each tin. You're spending $22 on this tin. You get 3 prismatics. Your odds of hitting something that's worth the $22 you just spent on that tin are very, 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 very high. Let alone the ultra rares and the other reprints.
I'm really wondering how the fallout is going to be with like when people rip it open those first 2 weeks where the prices are going to try and land. Obviously, something like Prosperity is probably going to be sitting for that top spot. But I mean, there's going to be some other stuff really vying to find its footing, price value. I don't know. I mean, it'll be cool to see. And you know, obviously, rip open your tins, but be looking at the singles too and trying to figure out like what you need to fill in. You know, what you don't pull.
And I would catch them early.
Oh yeah,
catch them early.
Just like they say, the first 2 weeks, that's the window really. You open, prices fall some, and then it's gonna go back up. People are gonna. They're gonna buy it up. Market's flooded, and then people are like, "Ooh, I want these cards," and then market goes back. Like,
I mean, yeah, people like me that just like will sit there and be like, "Ooh, this card's only this much," and then buy them out.
I mean, I did the same thing. I pretty much, I think, bought out at the bottom of that new Divine Incarnate. I waited until it pretty much bottomed out at like maybe $7 or something like that. I bought my place up, back up to like at least 10.
I started thinking correct.
It's
my words.
That's why you gotta grab those cards when you.
I hold like 12 times.
Good.
Anyway, so guys, if y'all aren't aware, the Megatins are gonna be cracked, but Darkwing Blast is gonna be stupid. There's a lot of archetypes that are getting bolstered, Subterrors and a lot of support. That new Bist archetype's coming out in that, and it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
So listen. Get your singles from these tins early and get them now, okay? Like, buy the tins, get them now before, I mean, once these tins are distributed, there's not going to be any more coming behind them, okay? There's not going to be any reprints, there's not going to be anything else. Once these cards get reprinted, they're not going to get reprinted for a long time.
Yeah.
Unless Konami just really wants to sell some rando set, then they'll put one of the cards in there.
Yeah. Exactly.
But you saw how much like Droplet with a Legendary Duelist, you get like maybe 3 in a case, maybe.
No, if they throw that, if they reprint that card again, they're milking it. So
yeah.
It's gonna be difficult to look at.
So guys, look at this from a business perspective, okay? They are looking to capitalize on what we need, and what we need is all of these cards. So. Let's get out there. Let's get the tins, and let's be happy with ourselves for getting the tins. All right. So Megatins, guys, absolutely amazing reprints in this set. Please pick them up and take advantage of these pre-sale prices because they're just going to do nothing but climb.
Yep. And yeah, I mean, I think that's most everything we have to say. These are going to be exciting. You know, like, there's so much exciting product right now, but this is literally going to be one of the absolute highlights. It has so many staples that you need for the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! So get your cards when you can.
All your hand traps. The only thing that's not in this is infinite impermanence. Everything else is there.
Yeah, it's like for real.
But still, get them.
But besides that, guys, rate, comment, subscribe. Check out the description. You can see HawksNestGaming. Obviously, we're going to be trying to do, as soon as this drops, like some openings with it and put the product up so you'll be able to purchase from us. And
you'll see a case opening like a week after next, for sure.
And you know, we're trying to get up there and subs, so if you can tell your friends and check us out, you know.
Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and as always,
Be safe.